Anyway, last night I was checking Mr. Burns over there for weaknesses in the top because like all the side parts real strong still, but the top gets water sitting on it sometimes and starts getting kind of rusty, and I know eventually it's just going to rust right through. Well, last night I was poking at it and I poked a little hole right through, and then I was like, oh great. Now I have to totally replace the top. So I kind of patched it up real quick for last night. But today I've got to put a new top on there. And I do have a sheet of 1/8 inch thick copper. And I went online, spent like an hour looking for like any instance of a copper wood stove or portions of any wood stoves being made out of copper. Because I was hoping to get some kind of information, but it appears that, I don't know, maybe there's something online somewhere, but not that I could find in a couple hours of searching around. And, you know, I asked a couple people, and everyone's like, well, I don't know. As far as I know, they only make them out of steel. Anyway, the copper does have a lower melting temperature, but I don't think the stove will get hot enough to melt it, so I think that should be fine. And the copper won't rust, which will be pretty sweet. And it'll transfer heat really quickly. And since that's the top part, that's like the cooktop. That'll be really good because then things will cook with a cooler fire because more of the heat will come out the top, since the sides will be more insulated because the steel is more insulating. I didn't explain that very well, but I hope that makes sense. So, I think I'm going to attach it with like one of these ring things. These are what normally hold the tops or bottoms of these barrels on. I actually just took this off the bottom. So I'm going to, like the bottom doesn't need one because it's sitting on the ground, like the gravity will hold it together. But I'm going to use this on the top part to hold the copper circle on. Alright, I have to go make a copper circle. Man, this is going to be such a mess trying to figure out how to cut the top off this. And then switch it out, and like the stovepipe's already all glued together and everything. I've been procrastinating all morning cleaning up the kitchen. But I better get this done. Alright, let's get the diameter of this thing. 23 inches. Yeah. I'm going to check that it's the same as another barrel I have down by the workshop, so I can use that one as a template if it's the same size. So here we are in Robot Central. I need to get this joint warmed up. So it'll be fun to work in here instead of freezing my butt off. Alright, now to go get my copper plate. I'm gonna need my electric machete. Oh, I just need it. Alright, here's the barrel I have down here. Obviously, I just brought it in from outside because there's leaves frozen to it still. It's slightly smaller than the one I have up at the top, and actually the top of this barrel is slightly bigger, but I should be able to eyeball the extra ½ an inch. Hey, I actually want the copper thing to be a little bit wider so it can like curl over the edge and hook around, so it makes a decent seal, I hope. And this lid happens to be almost as big as I'm going to want the copper piece to be. So I'm going to trace this and then cut a little bit around the outside. I'm going to go trace it outside. I'm not sure if I'll cut it outside or not. Maybe I'll rough cut it so I don't have to bring the whole piece. It's like it's a huge piece of copper out here. Alright, I just went out with my electric machete and cut off a chunk of copper that I can use for this. I should be able to get a good circle out of there. First I have to flatten it out a bit though. It's a little bit curved. Alright, I need 5/16 of an inch bigger than this thing. Ah, precision, my favorite. Alright, Jaimie, cut it out! My mom always used to yell that at me. Cut it out, Jaimie! Yeah, I suppose finding my jigsaw in the next 5 minutes would be asking too much, wouldn't it? Not the best tool for the job, but it's the one that's here. Let's go! working better than I thought. Although it hasn't gotten gummed up yet. Sweet! Oh, nice. Whoa, nice circle! Alright, now I'm thinking I can make little slots all the way around so that I can make tabs to like fold down and over. Well, this is upside down right now. Down and over the lip of the stove. And then kind of hammer it all around and make it real snug. Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm cutting notches in now. I'm doing it by hand because that way I can get some muscles and stuff. This is way harder than cutting like chainmail rings. Doing pretty well though. That's all those things cut, and now I'm starting to bend them over so that I can put it on the stove like that, and then kind of hammer this part down, and this lip here will catch under the, you know, like the edge of this, and make itself stay. What's that sound? Ho, that's some serious fanciness there. Now I need a stovepipe hole. Anyone have any ideas? Jaimie, you have any ideas? Oh, I guess I better think of something. Doing a quick little test on this piece of copper here, I think I may be able to cut a smaller hole out and just hammer it out and have it actually stretch enough to say one solid piece and fit the pipe. I need an anvil though. Well, I know where I have a big chunk of steel outside. And I also need a stovepipe. That's the right size. Here's a piece of stovepipe. I just have to tape it shut. Then I can draw the line where the hole goes. Excellent. Oh, it's a big gong. Oh no, wait. It's a steampunk super shield that I can see through and knock it. Ow! I got hit in the eyeball. I would need a window. Hey, Bananas, you want to go help me install the stovetop? Okay, remember that ring I'm going to use to hold the top on? It does have paint on it, which when it gets hot is going to burn off and make terrible fumes. So I stuffed it inside the monster to burn the paint off first. So I'm going to have to wait a few minutes for that.